When you're in neutral position here, if I have the underhook, it's very difficult to roll the turn. If I don't have the underhook, she's going to go here and turn towards my legs. Okay, and from this position, she's got this knee jammed up pretty nice. Her foot stuck into the mat, and she starts walking the foot through my legs up towards my hips. Yeah, so my hips start floating off the mat here. So the problem with this position is as soon as I think, okay, I'm just going to bridge her off, as soon as I go, she's stepping that foot out right away. Okay? And the other problem is here, if I start trying to reach around and mess with her head or anything like that, she's catching the floor grip. That's going to get pretty ugly pretty quick. So I'm basically starting with my arms behind her. It's very difficult for me to shrink out here because as soon as I start putting my feet on the mat, I'm kind of letting her pass. And what she's really looking for here in this position, let me go back in. What she's really looking for here in this position, so right now I kind of cling on because my knees are higher than her knees. So I'm kind of high up on her thigh, right? As soon as her knee pops out between my legs, now I'm in real trouble. Yeah, she starts doing that to pass, and that just gets pretty nasty. So I can hang on to that. Go ahead, go back. I can hang on to this for a little bit, and she's just going to cross face me. And ask her to stretch me out, and she can get past the mount. So it's really good position for Nora. And actually, when I learned this pass, the guy called it the unstoppable pass. Because there's so much leverage for the person on top. So, after 6 years of getting destroyed by this pass, here's my very little trick for getting out of it. Okay? So you're here, in this position, hang on this triangle. However you're doing it, it's not going to do you any good. You're eventually going to bust out of your legs pretty quick. So Nora's going to keep walking that foot up. Yes. What I'm going to do is my leg is inside. I'm going to fold it in and hook on the outside of her foot, right here. Okay? So you see where my foot is? It's on the far side. Whichever side of her foot her body's not, right? So it's over here, if that makes sense. I don't want to post on the near side. I want to get over top of it. Okay? And then what I'm going to do this foot, I'm going to stomp on top of my foot and pinch my knees. Okay? Now you're thinking, oh, but you did the thing where her knee is kind of out. And that's true. And this is why this position's good. So if she starts trying to pull that foot out, it's really easy for me to hang on to it. It's very hard for her to point her toes and get rid of it. Now what I can do with this position, I'm going to rock my knees. So my knees are kind of pointing this way. I'm going to go this way. And as I go this way, I'm ready to kind of flop back over. So it's kind of a pendulum thing. So I'm going to go here. If she's going to backpedal, that's when I start shrimping out. So I get my guard back in. She's going to have to turn. So I'm here. Okay, so she starts walking that foot up. I realize I'm going to lose this. I got to start busting a move here, or she's going to be in a really good position. So I take my bottom foot, place around the outside of the foot, get it on the mat on the far side. Stomp on top. Now I'm not hanging out here. I'm going rocking. I'm going this way. She's going to start sticking back. That's when I shrimp. Start making space. Start getting back to my bulldog. And turn it into a little bit of a scramble, but you get a lot of hip movement. Because when I'm flat here, that's when things are really bad. As soon as I start getting on my side, I start pummeling back inside. I can get pretty safe. So like I said, this is the secret. So don't tell me that. Right?
Yeah, go stop filming.
So Nora's walking that foot up. This foot goes out. The outside of that foot. Stomping on top of my own foot. I'm pinching my knees together. So I'm going poof. Here. As soon as she pedals back, I shrimp out. I just keep shrimping. Get my leg, get this knee underneath her body back inside. So whatever happens, I'm going to end up with some kind of open guard probably. All right? It's called the Kansas City Shuffle. We're pulling, then extending the set up in the butterfly. You guys remember that basic concept?
Yes, sir.
There's a very, very common butterfly guard movement. We're going to do the same thing from half guard, just with one hook. So it's a little bit more advanced. So if you guys want to, before you do the half guard movement, try that sit up with both hooks first to kind of get used to the idea. So the key is with this movement, I'll show you the half guard variation next. The key with this movement is I got to get Nora moving a little bit forward so she backpedals forward. So it's that same idea as that what we just did with the shuffle is that by getting my partner to move, I can make it a lot less work for me. As soon as my opponent is dead, solid weight, solid rock, as soon as they're solidified in the position, it's going to be really hard to move them. If you get a person moving a little bit, it creates a lot more openings for you. It's a lot easier to do the work. So that's why we always talk about escaping and attacking in transitions, is that movement is just it's a lot more efficient. So I'll be here on the triceps. I got my hooks. She's right now in a bad position because I'm flat. She's going to pull her towards me. And as soon as she backpedals, I extend and sit up with her. So I just go boom. Sit up. I get back in that butterfly butt scoop position we were working before. So from half guard, I'm in a bad spot now. Nora's got the underhook. She's She's got a cross face. She's keeping a lot of pressure down on me here. So Brad was doing this a little bit in the gi. It's a little trickier in no gi. I don't have the grips to work with. I don't have belts to grab. So I'm just going to just lock up and keep a little bit of space here. So what I can do, what I'm looking for, and we'll start doing this one with the, just to keep it real basic right now. I'm going to take my outside foot, and lace it in, pull my bottom foot out. So now I got my outside foot right against her knee here. So my inside foot is going to stomp on her heel, push it down. So from here I can put this foot down, this escape, and rotate my toes out and point it in. Hook right side of her thigh. So here, just keep a lot of pressure on me. A little bit of space on this hip. Get this foot inside, pull this bottom foot out. So I get one foot crossed over the outside. I always have to have some kind of hook here. If I don't, she's going to step out. So from here, I step on her heel, push it down a little bit. Escape. I'm going to just point my toes down and hook inside. Takes a little bit of flexibility. If you guys have a hard time with that, make a lot of space. And start putting this foot in. Now once I get that first butterfly hook in, I'm just going to pinch here. So I got to get two angles of pressure. I'm going to push it forward and push it backward. If I'm just here, Nora can just high step out. Yeah, that's just back. Okay? So she's going to step back in more afterwards. I want to keep this pinch. That way if she tries to step, I can just kind of chase her a little bit. So from here, with this position, I'm going to pull towards me, extend to pull this bottom knee out. Same concept. Same concept, it's just one hook, so your leverage has to be spot on. So here, making space, outside foot's in, stomp it on this foot here, post, hook escape. Point my toes down, hook in, clamp. So I got my half-guard butterfly here. Pull more towards me, use my hands and my hook. Everything's pulling her in. And as soon as she gives me a little bit of back pressure, extend, pull this bottom knee through so I get back in this position. All right? I know it seems complicated, I know it seems hard, but I promise you guys, just focus on that movement and you can do it. Okay?